Today marks 1246 days share lessons I learn and continue to learn with all of you. My hope that these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help you achieve your goals, and really empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today's lesson is very, very simple. Action and inaction. I think that we need to understand that when you have pursued inaction, you will have normal. Because inactivity is normal. I think that when you're supposed to seek abnormal, abnormal is actually doing the right thing, doing consistently. And inaction a lot of times lead to just normality. Of course, when people are doing bad habits, and of course goes in the wrong direction. But so there's bad actions lead to bad things. Inaction leads to normal, and action leads to extraordinary things. So it means we need to choose to really take action to really make sure that we're able to achieve. So today we'll focus on very simple about this. I think that's very profound. Really making sure that what do I need to do? What do I need to do in multiple areas of my life? Just to make sure that I'm not stuck in that inaction and really moving into action all the time. And today we'll share 10 small aspects of our life that we're be able to look into, okay, what do I need to do? How I could really make sure that I'm improving in that area. So number one, health and fitness. I think that inaction is always that I will start next Monday. I will start on January 1st. I will start from my birthday. I will start like any date you can choose in the future is inaction. And I mean, it could be that somebody's inaction is even eating shitty food, sugar products, unhealthy products, too much carbs, too much everything is inaction. I think that sometimes people don't call it, but I think that there's sometimes even there's a bad actions as an action. Because of course, what we need to do is that commit to a daily movement, commit to a daily healthy food the absorption, and being able to choose the right foods. The daily thing, sure, because I think that is health is such an important thing because when you really pursue that with action, because there's a massive cycle. So it means if you take care of your health, you take care of your energy. That means if you have energy, you perform better, you execute more, you get better results because you execute more, because you have performed better, you have more clarity, you get better results. That means because of those better results, your emotional and mental state will be better as well. And because emotionally and mentally you are better, that will elevate your results even more. And that those results will elevate your attitude, and it just compounds. But now, if we break that cycle and say like from the get-go, and we do not do exercise, we do not do the right things, and we do not take care of health and fitness, so that means that you don't have energy, you not perform, you don't get results, that your emotional and mental suffers, and you don't get results even more, and the cycle goes down. So it means you are able to choose which direction you want to go. So inaction leads to mediocrity, and not the body you enjoy, and action leads to actually transforming all aspects of your life. That's why it's compounds. Number two is relationship and social life. I think that that's people who are taking that inaction stay in the relations that are surface level, that are mediocre. That means that those people are nice, kind, everything, but we just do not nurture that relationship. I think that we need, when you have a person that you really want to build a relationship, so it's friendship, it's significant other. We need to nurture that relationship. If there is no desire to nurture that, that means it's not a true friend. Maybe it's for a reason, maybe for a season, but not a lifetime. Because I truly believe that true friends or true relationships are for a lifetime. So we need to nurture that. And I think that what do we need to do? We need to take action. So that means to have seek meaningful relations, seek challenges, seek deep discussions, conversations, really being able that could inspire you, that maybe even travel together, experience few things, reflect few things, just to make sure that you're able to develop and nurture that. So of course, action is the thing that's very, very important. Career and finance as well. It might be that you stay in a job for a year, maybe more in a job because you just want to pay your bills. That leads to inaction because we just don't take risk, and after that, after 10 years, we have 10 years experience in accounting, even though they repeat with the same year 10 times. But when you really are taking action. When you take initiative in your life, I think that we're able to look into, okay, what do we need to do? So that means going out and developing your skill sets, taking calculated risks, looking what are the most important skill sets, and really combining and stacking skill sets. Asking how it could become more valuable. What are the value skills and what kind of skills I have? And if I stack other skills, how it will be more valuable. And it's very important because you can be very strategic about your life and doing the things that you love. But when you stack with very valuable skill sets, at that moment you can become so much more valuable. Number four is personal growth and purpose. I think that that's in action is living our life on autopilot. So keep doing the same thing over and over again, not getting any better, scrolling social media, and really aimlessly going through life through entertainment. And life passes day after day, and there's sometimes to look into the past, and then, you have no idea where everything went because it seems that blank. It seems like the last 2 years is like a couple of days. But if you look into like people who taking action, it seems that 2 years went by, but like, it seems like 10 years went by because there is so much action in those years, and so much quality in those years. That means they set goals, they seek challenges, they step into comfort, they stretch their themselves and their emotional, physical, all well-being just to make sure that they're able to have more skills, more stores, more everything, just to make sure that they're able to have more fulfillment. More of it, not always is the best, but I think that when we think about really life and purpose, we need to have more of it, fulfillment, more joy, more bliss. Those are amazing things to have. Number five is mental strength and confidence. And of course, this is easy. So in action side is really staying stuck. So not taking any action. So avoid all the challenges. So doing all the things that is comfortable. I really love this saying that success is uncomfortable procedure. So are you willing to take and are you willing to do that uncomfortable procedure that you can really make things happen? So that means that we need to face discomfort. So that means that I love it saying, if you can't, you must. If you can't, you must. So it means that when you think about all the things that you can't, maybe you're not able to speak in front of 10 people, maybe you're in front of 100 people. If you can't, that means that you must do that. Because I think that we need to be unlimited in our power. So that means if we are unlimited in our powers, it means that those things that is not supposed to stop us, like speaking, communication, or things that fears that are not reasonable, we need to be able to overcome that so we can really pursue the things that matter. Number six is finding love and relationships. I think that inaction is keep waiting for that perfect person to show up. That is a massive inaction. And I think that sometimes people even don't put themselves out there. They still at home, they're playing games, and they said, "Oh, I hope that one day will somehow they will pop up." No, like when you think about the action side, you develop yourself. You're going out, you meet people, you go to events. Like that means that you are putting yourself in a position to build confidence, courage, develop yourself. You are a different kind of person, and because you're a different person, you attract different kind of people, and you attract the right person because most time that you're waiting for that right person will never come because you didn't become that right person for that person who was right for you. How did you understand that if you want the right person, you need to become that right person for that person as well. Number seven is breaking toxic cycles. And again, this is in action. You just keep doing the same thing over and over, and just repeating the same patterns. And we need to really toxic relationships, bad habits, and a lot of times toxic relationships is just the maybe that other person is not toxic because I think that a lot of times when they say toxic relationship, we blame one person. Oh, this person is toxic because I think that's what I learned that there could be two healthy individuals, two very strong individuals in relationship, but dynamic is toxic. So how they communicate, it doesn't match. So that means both of them are amazing individuals, but because dynamic, how they connect are toxic, that is labeled as toxic relation. Because I think that a lot of times people stuck themselves like, oh, in a toxic relationship, but I cannot call it a toxic relationship because my wife, my husband, or whatever is an amazing person. He's not toxic. How are we supposed to live a not toxic person? That means you understand that you're not leaving a person. You're leaving the dynamic of the relationship. And that's again is very, very important to understand. So that means we're stuck in a toxic in as well in behaviors. Some behaviors are good for one person, not for other. So what that behavior is doing to you specifically, that's what we need to understand. And watch people who take action, they really take control, they take ownership, and they do whatever it takes. It could be cut people out, cut maybe even toxic people, because some people are toxic, because they have been raised that way. Changing your mindset, building, going and asking questions, maybe even therapy, just being able to do something. That's are very important. Number eight is traveling and life experiences. I think that's some people just making excuses. Oh, I just don't have time, I don't have money, like la la la. But people who prioritize experiences say, okay, how could I really make my budget happen, really save on a day-to-day basis, so I could really have the money necessary and time. How could I really prioritize my year, so I could really stretch and put together things, so I could have the time, that I could have the money. Because it's easy to say I have money, it's easy to have I have time, but busy doesn't get paid. So that means I need to understand that we need to be be prepared for it. So in advance, if you, of course, if you think about last minute, oh, it could be nice to travel, and you never thought about it, it will never happen. But if you really prepare in advance, especially when you have not in abundance money yet, or abundance time yet, and you need to really work with those features, of course, preparation becomes even more important. Number nine is personal projects and creativity. Some people have just ideas. You want to start even a YouTube channel. They have want to write a book or learn an instrument, and they said, "Oh, again, this next year, next year, next year." And they never do that. They never feel ready, or I just don't have as much time. But people who really take actions, they start small. Okay, I will learn playing guitar. I will learn one note, or reading, writing a book. I will write a one paragraph, and it said I'll write today one paragraph. So that means I'll write one paragraph a day, and you build that's that skill set. You build that the habit. After that, it's just oh look, oh, I wrote a page, and that's something that's very powerful. But that's powerful to allocate 10 minutes a day until it turns to 1 hour, because when you build it, you become better. You become much more passionate and obsessed and purposeful, and it's much easier to really make things happen. And people want to really start by 1 hour a day. I think that the most important part is starting from 5 minutes a day. And if you're able to manage 5 minutes, you will be able to add. But if you fail on that 1 hour, most time people give up altogether. So I truly massive believer in small steps. I think last one is like really having that family bonds, or like even in parenting. I think that some people have like work stress, um, distractions take over, and years go by, and then there's no like bonding. Like including myself, I know that sometimes I didn't spend as much time as I wanted with my family, because I was always rushing and executing and making things happen. And sometimes we just need to really people who really take action in life and take action in bonding with the family. They realize that family is non-negotiable. This is a priority. So all the things could fall out, majority of things could fall out, but this cannot fall out. I think that this is again part of life, being able to life is not balanced. It never will be balanced, but it's a season's life, and being able to understand like non-negotiables needs to be non-negotiables in your calendar. So being able to say like, I create memories, I create things that really actually matter to me. So who did you reflect as well, like where in your life you execute from inaction, and where in life, because from all those 10 things that I mentioned today, because sometimes we say like I'm executing an action in this area, but I don't execute in that area. Maybe I need to really look into how I could really execute more in life by focusing on really transferring those areas that doesn't work. So I hope you reflect on that, because I think that's very, very powerful. So like, because the last thing that I want to mention is that when you don't take action, and there's a cost of inaction. What is the cost of your inaction? And then one of the things is that when you pursue something massive goal, and if you don't take action, if you give up, cost of inaction could be that normal life, and that's going to be a great, I guess, massive pain. If you are a person who wants pursued something meaningful, and you have a normal life, that's a massive, massive, massive cost that you need to pay if you actually give up on your dream. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.